Hey everyone, John here, and I'm going to do a room tour, I guess, except, my room's pretty messy. But, since Pan Dokfu, done a video, I guess I have to do one now, so, yeah, so let's begin. So, it's gonna be a bit of a mess and stuff, but I guess I'll do the nicer shelves first, so if you don't want to stay around for the horrible mess, you can leave, like, at whatever time. And I'll start at the very top. As you can see, I don't keep many dolls in boxes, but I do keep a couple of them, so going through that, I definitely want to keep my fresh dolls in box because they are signed by Dr. Lisa, and they mean a lot to me. And yeah, like, these three, vintage Barbie, carry cases, and they do have vintage clothing in them. I don't have any nice clothing in there, but they are all bunched in there. And I do keep integrity boxes around, because it's really nice boxes. I'll start with the slim shelf. This is, I guess this is what I would consider my oldest, like, the dolls that have been with me the longest, I guess. And, yeah. These are, like, my Volks and Abitsu dolls, but I do have, these three, which have been with me since I've been around 12 to 13 years old. This is my first actual doll, Todd, which I've had when I bought him for about 20 cents at a flea market, and yeah, I guess he's just been with me for a very long time. And yeah, nothing to say about that. Here is Wataru's shelf. I've got to, like, neaten it up, everything, but, there's his little, Leica-chan stand, some of the Cole's minis, and, yeah. There's a lot inside here, but, I'm actually quite proud of what it's like, so, yeah. And this is just here temporarily until I can figure out what to do with it, but, yeah. So this is what it's actually meant to look like, but, I do have a tendency to just leave things where I can see them until I get organized, but, Here are some of my favorite Japanese dolls that are at a higher height, so, like, these are my Yuko-chan dolls with a knockoff of Yuko-chan in the back there, which I've had much longer than I have these three, because, I've always wanted a Yuko-chan, but, I couldn't afford the prices, and I was happy with the knockoff version. My Chobits dolls, so like Hideki and Chi, with Sumomo in there, and Freya. And in the back there, if you can actually make it out through the darkness, is my Marmot fairy doll. She has really big elf ears, and she's on a Pure Nemo body, so yeah. And down here is more of my muscle dolls, so most of these are my Superman versus Batman hybrids, and the ones with the bodies, so. But in the back there is my Tom of Finland and Action Man hybrid, and one of my Alan dolls, because Tom and Adrian, they are dating, and I couldn't find another place to put them, but I did want them to be together, so yeah, and I figured this would be a fun place to have them. In the very, very back is my Jake Gyllenhaal knockoff action figure, and if I can actually get a pic. All the way in the back there is my Henry Cavill action figure with a beard, but I don't have anywhere else to put him, so yeah. And moving down here, is my vintage Action Man and G.I. Joes. So, and this is my knockoff Barbie with Gundam hands. So, and I figured she was best suited here because, like, he's a robot, he's like a robot, because, you know, he's an atomic man, he's, like, got robot parts, and they're all kind of in the same era, so don't ask me what goes through my mind. Here is just kind of my reject, like, pile. It's like I wanted to say this is my pop culture shelf, but then I have stuff like my Action Girl, like my Tuesday Tyler, my furry dolls here, and then like my articulated Kirby's managed to be here as well, but yeah. Like, you know, my Barbie dressed in my She-Ra outfits, my Stormer, my Harry Potter dolls down here, and it's just, yeah, and also that's a custom from Andrea, but as you can see, I don't have a set theme for this shelf. Moving up is my Generation Girls and similar era dolls, so yeah. This shelf essentially became an excuse for me to, like, just to throw all of my mini Mixie Q figurines here, but haven't actually sat down and, like, actually organized it the way I had it before I moved out of my ex's house, but they're out, so. And here's all my, like, Generation Girls and other 2000s, like, you know, dolls. These three, I don't know what to do with, but I do like them here as well, so yeah, I don't really have a theme. Moving up is, I don't know what this theme is. It's that I just like being able to access my dolls. Even if they're all piled up here, I like knowing that they're here, so. A couple familiar faces, but, you know. Yeah. This is my Integrity Toys shelves. So, this is where most of my male dolls sit, but, I did run out of space again because, you know, I don't plan ahead. But, yeah, more shelves. Yay. And, yeah, I have been planning to do a Dorothy custom, but I haven't found the right head yet, but I think hopefully I'll find one soon. More of my Integrity Toys dolls, so, yeah. I wasn't gonna say that I was a, Color Infusion fan the most, but it seems like I do have a lot more Color Infusion than I have any other dolls, so, yeah. And then, moving across here is, again, I don't have a set theme, I just generally have, like, my Momoko dolls, they're all sitting in front here. My Fresh Dolls Indigo, I Love Lucy, like, a couple celebrity dolls, my Susie dolls there. Birthstone Steffi face, Michael Jackson, and then, like, my Silkstones, over there. And in the front is the girls with the Karl Lagerfeld sculpt, so yeah. And also Claudette back there, but, you know, I figured that she fit better there than anywhere else. And then moving down is my Allen shelf. And I just realized that I put Marilyn Monroe on this shelf instead of up there, so I'll move her after this video because I'm not very organized. But as you can see, this is where most of my Allen customs and dolls exist. There's my mini-me there, and yeah, it is quite satisfying having all of my Allen dolls be on one shelf finally. And moving down is Lamley with a delicious bucket of margarine. A couple of other dolls, but this is mainly the dolls that have, like, collector's heads and stuff. And, yeah. Again, like, it's not very organized, but I can't access them, and I do like being able to just sit down and like look through them. And yeah. Moving further down is my Francie doll shelf. Yeah, I don't customize them as much, but the few I do are kind of spread out everywhere. But again, I really love Francie, so, you know. Nothing much to really say. Oh yeah, and Action Man's there, because him and her, I've paired them up for like quite a few years now, that it feels kind of wrong to break them up, even if this is a very much a themed shelf. And yeah. Moving further down is my Japanese-ish dolls. I know there's a couple of dolls that aren't Japanese, but I figured that they all really suited each other. So, you know. Yeah. And further down is all the dolls that I don't know where else to put, but I do wish that I could access them, so yeah. That's my doll shelves. If you now you can just like click away if you got what you wanted, but we're gonna see more of my mess than anything. So here is my desk. Yes, this is how messy my desk actually is. Like, I sat down and tried to organize it to look nicer, but I just can't, and I figured I'll just, you know, just film. So this is the shelves on my desk. So, they are kind of bunched together by theme, I guess. Here are my Modern Circle Barbie dolls. They've been rebodied and everything, obviously. And my two live-action PJs. They've been rerouted and put on different bodies as well. And some of my smaller dolls that I really don't have anywhere else to put, so they're just chilling here, chilling there. And these two repaints I really do like. It's my LA Girl Fashionista repaint and my Modern Circle Ken repaint, so yeah. Up front, these three action figures that, again, I probably would have put on the Superman shelf, but again, no space, and I don't know, I like looking at them here. And more of my Wizard of Oz dolls, so just assume most of these Wicked Witches are the 2006 Wicked Witch doll, but that's like the 1980s multi-toys Wicked Witch with a rebody and hairstyle. My Winky God, my other Winky God, Tin Man, Lion, and Scarecrow there. With Dorothy and my two Glindas. And this is my When I Read I Dream Joe head on a bits of body, because, I don't know, I thought they looked cute together, so, you know. And also my vintage Dolls of Color just happened to be here, so here's my live action Christy, my talking Christy, Black Malibu Ken, Hawaiian Barbie, talking Brad there, my reproduction Julia head, and I assume that's Christy, Hawaiian Barbie, and Pink and Pretty Christy with a knockoff Action Girl head on a different body and all that. Then here's my favorite shelf. So yeah, my She-Ra doll, my two Vina reroots, my Hextica Steam guy, my childhood Action Man head on a different body. These two are a couple. I believe he's the Sea Adventurer Action Man. She's vintage Lika Chan's mom. Sweetheart's Michael, another Black Malibu Ken, Alan, and it's Action Man again, which I found. And my Star Dolls, I don't remember what her name was, but she has a very distinct face. my third rerouted Vina, and moving further down where I usually sit. This is what I see every time I'm on the computer and stuff, so I want to get organized there, but this is kind of where I just shove stuff in, and it is a shame. But that's my custom Vina head, like custom Vina that I got head off eBay that I put on a Kirby body. My Rarara Mujikan alien boys, so they kind of, you know, hang out together here. So, because I don't know where else to put them. My Harry Potter Dumbledore, and my Water Sprite, like, on a custom body and reroute. With her sister, as of this moment, I'm still customizing her because I'm gonna send her off to a friend and he's gonna make a different body, like, lower half for her. So she's gonna be like a hybrid that way. And yeah. And if you look down on my desk, that's like my pastels and stuff, my shoes, my doll hands, and everything else. All my paint. And the shame pile. The huge, huge shame pile. Because this is where I keep all my doll bodies, this, like, on hand. And already has the doll parts as well. And behind me on my chair is just, like, dolls that I do want to find a place for, but I haven't gone out to IKEA yet and gotten more furniture, so yeah, as you can see, it's mostly fresh dolls with a couple of other bodies and stuff that I don't want to throw into a pile and snap. So, like, Poppy Parker and Fashion Royalty. And then, yeah, they're all stacked up on these boxes that I still have when I moved out of my ex's house. And they're mostly dolls, all of these. So this is like my spare parts, my doll clothes. And like, and the rest are just full of dolls. It's like, yeah. And also, this is where the doll clothes that I mostly access are in. That is where the rest of my doll clothes are. So I really need help getting organized with that. And then let's see the other half of my room. So moving across from the beginning here, we're gonna circle back onto my photo area. So as you can see, I'm very, very terrible at being organized. It's just, I do like having my clothes, like, you know, if I undress a doll, if I work on something at the photo area, I tend to put the clothes here so I don't forget where it is. But it's starting to build up again, so yeah. And here's my closet, and the last of my doll collection. This box is just full of my 6-inch, like 1/12 scale dolls, my 3 ball jointed dolls, and then my 1 Ipple House head. He's on a ragdoll body at the moment, but I still haven't done anything with him because I'm really, really lazy. And then my my 15 to 18-inch dolls there. So my singing Disney Cinderella head on a knockoff body. I don't know what the body is, but it's from eBay. My Tiffany Tyler, my Ladi Da head on a Endless Hair Kingdom, and my Bitsu head on a Frankenstein tall body. With a really, really, really big Monster High doll that I still haven't customized, so yeah. And custom head. I was planning to put these feet on that body because her feet are ginormous, but I still haven't done that. My custom Ariel doll here, with my custom Ursula, my Monster High Centaur custom, and this thrift store vintage Barbie swirl that I don't know how to display yet because I don't want her to get damaged anymore. So she's just been hiding inside of my closet. And these two, yep, more dolls. And, yeah, and the last thing is all my smaller dolls are in here, so, like, I would consider this my vintage, like, kid dolls in here. Some random other teenage dolls in here, and a Bratz, don't judge me. And then my Western dolls, but also like a couple of, yeah, it's just a mix of sizes here. And my 2D dolls and my vintage reproduction dolls are all in the boxes and everything, so yeah. And here's like this other ornamental tiny dolls that I kind of keep in here because I don't know where else to put them, so they've been like this since I moved out. And yeah, if you want to see any more, like, let me know. Anyway, like, see ya, bye.